I call my power back to me from every person, place, entity, from every space, portal, time, and dimension.
Hi collective, welcome back to Karmalightreadings. I hope that you guys are doing well, and thank you so much for taking the time to click on this video. If at any time this reading resonates with you, please hit the like button. If you're new, please make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. We're gonna go ahead and jump right into it and see what messages the Holy Spirit has for you at this time. I've already said my blessing in prayer. So it's going to be a little bit different around here. I'll include the prayer that I always say in the description box, but for time reasons and issues with YouTube, I'm just going to have it in the description box for now. But my space has been cleansed. I did shuffle, and now we're going to just begin. All right. So for those of you that have been following me for a while, I apologize, but in an effort to kind of reach and match some timing issues here with YouTube on the back end, it's just better if I put it in the description box and do that on my own. So let's go ahead and see what messages. Also, I had some intuitive messages coming through when I was preparing, when I was saying my prayer. And the first one that came through was there's something about cleansing of a wound. And they actually showed me a physical injury. It's either on someone's elbow or knee. It was a joint, but it kind of to me looked like a rug burn or some type of scab here that's healing. However, deeper, when I looked into that, there is some type of, it's like a wound that you're in the process of healing. It's getting ready to fully dry out and be released. Okay, so you might be experiencing a very uncomfortable time right now, right? When an actual wound is healing, it can get itchy, it can get scratchy, it can get uncomfortable. And so you may be in the process of doing some shadow work, or some wounds might be rising to the surface and they feel new and they feel fresh. But because of how I saw this wound cleansing and healing so quickly on the skin, that leads me to the message that this is going to be a quick process. Maybe because you've been here before in this process of healing, so now you kind of know what to do. So something may be rising up, it may feel fresh, it may feel new, and then boom, it's healed and it's leaving. Through forgiveness, that's why, because you're in the process of forgiving and releasing. Okay, you have by the book with the number 11. Messages, please. There's an order to something, and it has to do with lineage, it has to do with family cycles, because there's an order here in how the elephants are each linked to each other. So maybe you're going back. Oh, I saw this in another reading, I don't remember whose, but it was last week. But you're going through family patterns, family cycles, and you're following something in order. Clean it up. And you may have recently had a revelation and how this order, this cycle, this pattern that has been followed for possibly 3 generations. You could be the 4th generation, right? And because we have 3 already here, you could be the 4th generation in your family, and you're recognizing, like, I need to clean this up. This isn't working. This isn't right. This doesn't make sense. And it must be exhausting you because you have time for a nap. When we're doing healing work and when we're going through this process of a mindset shift and releasing strongholds on our perception and the way of doing life that we've been taught, it's important that we invest into our self, mind, body, and soul during that process. And if you need to rest, you need to rest. If you need more water, you need more water. Today, I woke up at 10:30 in the morning and had all of this energy and cleaned and was doing some things for work because I'm getting ready to launch a few new things for you guys in the next week or two. And I sat down on my couch after an hour of doing it and literally closed my eyes and didn't wake up until 4. So listen to your body. And when you need to rest, you need to rest. Yeah, and then you have observer. What did I say? Regeneration. Regeneration. I feel like you're going back generations and you're looking at what was off. How have I gotten to where I am now? Not just based on my own decisions, but what am I still doing by the book that isn't actually working for me? And what is this book that I'm going by? Is it just a book because my mom said so, my grandma said so? Is it working? Is it outdated? Have I outgrown this process? Is it creating more toxicity or more mess? Because there's something that you're seeing from a higher perception that you need to clear up, clean up, and get out so that you can continue to go through this process of regeneration. What was burning? Was something burning? This could just be like a metaphor, but I'm sensing that I don't know if somebody recently, if something was burning or if somebody had a house fire. I don't know why that's showing in my mind's eye right now. So that's a message for someone. But there's like a whole new process taking place. Something has been, it's done, it's over. Clarify please by the book. Six of Cups. Why were you doing something the way that you were doing it? Because you were taught, because it's familiar. Forgive me. Ooh, sorry. It's familiar to you with the Six of Cups. It may have been something that stemmed from childhood, something that you were taught, something that was handed to you, right, by a guardian or a family member. Somebody that was placed on your path as a child, and they helped form your perceptions, okay? So there's a lot of healing going on. Some of you may be doing something in a specific manner. For others of you, okay, how do I explain that? There's an energy here where what you are discovering has to do with how little you have been accepting in relationships. Like what's been given to you has been bare minimum, and how accepting you were of it because it's what you experienced, witnessed, and or saw as a child, and how love was either given to you or how you saw two adults be in a relationship, right? And there's this fear. I think that somebody's going through conflict within their own spirit and mind. You're fighting with yourself here because you're trying to figure out how do I actually get rid of scarcity mindset? How do I stop accepting less if I don't know what more looks like? You know what I mean? It might not be that exact question, but it could be. But there's just this fear of like, when am I gonna get more out of what I'm looking for? Why do I keep staying in this? And it's that fear mentality of that you're not actually going to get out of it, that you're not actually going to experience it, that seems to be keeping you. How interesting. You're stuck in the moment of expansion. Like you've already made the decision in which direction you're going to go, and then you just got stuck at that space. Because when you choose to go in a new direction, it's like in the Bible when, who was it that looked back and turned into the pillar of salt? The name is failing me, but God said, don't look back. And she looked back and she turned into a pillar of salt. And so I feel like that's what's holding you back. You're stuck in whatever this by the book familiarity, mindset, comfort, the way of doing things. You're stuck in that. And that's the only reason why you're not making any steps forward. You have to clean it up. You have to do something different. Clarify, please. Clean it up. Four of Cups. So a lot of you, again, maybe it's just your process of healing, and I'm not judging at all. I just sense I sense the energy of feeling stuck and so desperately wanting it to start moving forward. But this clean it up process seems to be, it's causing you to feel disconnected. I feel like there's an energy here of confusion and not really understanding how to get out of this grief or depression. Because it's very like melancholy, low vibrational, I can't, kind of apathetic energy here. Maybe you're bored. But again, with the Four of Cups, stop looking backwards. You're bored and you're stuck because these past perceptions, ways of being, beliefs, all of this stuff is getting in the way of your emotional fulfillment and your happiness here. You're needing to take action, physical action on your body to help move some energy out. And for some of you, that might actually be difficult or like a fear of yours. But the just sitting still right now, in order to receive or to clear out this energy, there's movement that needs to be made within your physical vessel to push out that energy. Okay, yeah, because you have the Four of Pentacles. Otherwise, it's just staying stuck and keeping you in this space of illusion and confusion. Yeah, and then here it is, illusion and confusion, the moon. That's for clean it up and observer. The more you look back at something instead of just, when you look back at something, it isn't for you to go into it. Like when we say you have to sit in it, I don't mean, you've been sitting in it. When you're in the process of shadow work and healing, the truth is you kind of have been sitting in that pain and in that trauma for however many years it's been there, right? Or months, however, whatever it is for your journey. And the process of healing it is going through it so you can observe it. Release the pain because it's not physically doing anything to you right now. And I feel like whatever collective I'm tapping into, you're at the process where the buds of this regeneration are going to start coming out. You're no more going to be, burned down. You're not being purified by the fire right now. The fire is going out because that regeneration process is ending and there's new growth that's coming. And that's typically the most difficult part, right? Even in actual human labor, the most difficult part is crowning. Right before the baby's head comes out, that is the highest level of pain that the woman experiences at its peak. And as soon as the head comes out, it's a piece of cake after that. And so that's where you seem to be at. You're at this crowning part where something is about to break through. And when that happens, those perceptions, those strongholds, that energy likes to try to really hold on tight because it feels the roots coming out. It feels the connection to you. It's about to be disconnected. And so how that might show up inside of you is through confusion, uncertainty, going back in the past, reliving experiences, trying to analyze every hidden message, any secrets, and what could really be going on to kind of get you back into that deep emotion so that you don't make it out and be able to observe it and go, oh, that's why I had to go through that, because when I felt pain there, I didn't like it. So now I know how to work my way out of that. Now I know how to balance myself when a similar situation arises. Now I know how to tackle that. Now I know how to maintain composure and walk in the light when this comes to me. I don't have to let it get me down because it wasn't for me, right? It was whatever you went through, it served a purpose. but you can't clean it up without observing it from the higher perception. Somebody here has observed it from the higher perception, and what the enemy is doing right now is placing confusion on the perception that you received to try to make you not believe it so that you go backwards. Yeah, like there's conflict over your stability, over your happiness. There seems to be an energy of someone here who's like, they're jealous of what you're going through. Maybe they don't even realize it's jealousy. For some they do, but this is like tension. It makes somebody feel aggressive inside when they see how you're living or what you're experiencing. I feel like there's somebody here too who likes to portray the picture of everything being okay. Like everything is all right on the outside, right? They're taking a picture, everything looks great. But on the inside of this home or the inside of this connection, it's a mess. It's a constant clashing of egos, it's fights, it's arguments. What should be celebratory is not celebratory. For some of you, this is something that you could be physically experiencing, or like I said, what you were seeing in regards to your own lineage, your own family, that you don't want this in your family or your life anymore. You don't want the arguments, you don't want the fight, you don't want the instability or the conflict, because it was unnecessary. It was literally egos clashing within a living arrangement or a family. Obviously could be a marriage or relationship too, but there's like paint a perfect picture. Peter Piper picked paint a perfect picture, but it's not. There's a lot of hidden energy, hidden emotions, a lot of toxic energy going back and forth, because this gives me the 9 of Wands, and there's a level of exhaustion in someone's spirit from this energy, right? And that's usually the brink of regeneration. Holy Spirit, please show me. All right, you have faith in your dreams, a time for healing. A win-win outcome is forecast, and don't let pride get in your way. Again, egos clashing. I just heard not everything is for you. You have to step out of your comfort zone. We saw this from the beginning, by the book. You're doing something that you've always done, or that you were taught to do, or that was shown to you that this is how life is. There's so many different perceptions of how life can be done, but there seems to be a specific way of doing something that is blocking you from this expansion, that is keeping you stuck. And I also feel like it's causing confusion and uncertainty when it comes to your dreams or beliefs. It's like it's seeing that you're about to make it forward, and it doesn't want you to. So it's grasping on, and it's trying to make you confused about some type of epiphany that you've had, or it's trying to make you confused. So that's when you need to pray, pray for protection, pray for more clarity and guidance. No weapons formed against me shall prosper, and send all of that energy back and away from you. All right, we've got time. Let's see a little bit more messages here for the collective. Somebody has to quiet down their own pride, quiet down their mind, and allow themselves to come into center balance here. Guidance for the collective, please. What do they need to know? What's coming in? Where should they be focused? Justice, which is, you have here a win-win outcome is forecast. You have Libra energy on the table, Pisces energy. Guidance for this, please. Eight of Pentacles. You're in the middle of closing out and healing a karmic cycle here. Knight of Wands. Page of Wands. This is pretty deep. So what's coming towards you is justice. Something is going to be made right. You have the Devil and the Sun. Something is going to be made right here, and there's a major release and a shifting in balance of the scales in regards to some type of karmic cycle that you have. Like I said, you're receiving some type of revelation here. You're going to see something for what it is, okay? But the process with that is releasing it and letting it go. The High Priestess, the Star, the Emperor, and the Nine of Cups. What Spirit is showing me, collective, is really, you can't change what happened. And I'm not saying this, and you know, I hope I don't offend anyone. I'm just going to tell you what the message is, but it's like, release it. It happened because it had to happen in order to break you open or to get you to where you are. You would have never seen the truth. You would have never understood. You would have never been able to grow out of this cycle. You would have never been able to shift what needs to shift inside of you to get you to the next level, to get you growing, to get you moving, to get you out of whatever it is that you felt and somehow knew you didn't want to be in, but yet you were still in it, okay? And that's why you have to release it, because somebody's still harping on what was done, how it happened, and blame game. And really, Spirit's like, let it go, because look at where it got you. I'm taking you somewhere so much higher than where you were. Don't you see that? The veil's been lifted not to hurt you more. The veil's been lifted so you can see the truth and you can see what you made it out of. Right? What you disciplined yourself here with the Emperor to make it out of. You gained more control over the expansion of your own empire. Again, I can see the clashing of egos right here with the Knight of Wands and the Page of Wands. There's an age difference, or there's an intention difference. Like what you guys are looking for is different. It's not, you guys don't have the same expectations. Clarify, what's this Knight of Wands and the Page of Wands, please, for guidance? And I would, whatever this message is that comes towards you, or this person who takes action towards you, because it's coming, there's a message of wanting to work on something and build something and invest something. I'm telling you that this person that's coming into you is coming in unprotected. And Spirit is saying, but you need to be protected. Because this person could even still be kind of oblivious to what's going on with themselves, right? But they're definitely unprotected, and this guy is lingering around them. They're being manipulated. So their actions right now are coming from a place of karma. I was going to say karmic, and that came out with karma. From a place of karma, right? So they're still in this cyclical process of making decisions from lust and desire. But all of that's been revealed to you. Your discernment, like part of your spiritual gifts that's been given, is you can see now what's leading this person and where this person is coming from. Okay? For others of you, reflection, you can see now what's been controlling you. Notice how the helmet is over the head and the eyes. You're seeing where you were blind. Where you were blind, you can now see. What comes in here with this Knight of Wands and the Page of Wands for guidance? What do they need to know? The Page of Pentacles. Yeah, and the Nine of Swords. This person needs something from you. whoever this is that's coming towards you, okay, I would be careful because they're still in this page energy, this immature energy, but they want something from you. They feel like you can help them. They need your help. And Spirit's like, but, you know, protect yourself. Yeah, the 10 of Wands. This person needs a lot of help to release some type of responsibility or stress or obligation. And I also sense that there's a person coming forward. They want to apologize for the disruption that they caused, because you have the 4 of Wands and the Ace of Wands. That's kind of what we were seeing earlier with that 5. But it's like, I sense an apology coming in and somebody maybe needing help, or needing help from you, or wanting help from you. Yeah. This person wants to take action towards you and apologize for the stress that they caused. Clarify, please. Throat chakra. This is possibly someone who's struggled with communicating with you in the past, or speaking their truth. You are healed. Yeah, so they're drawn to you. Aquarius energy, this is yours. Claim it. See, dark entities are around and or attached to you. Call Jesus into your heart to shine light on darkness. So go into this protected. Go into this protected. It's something that it's still connected to a lesson. This person is having revelations and possibly going through their own shadow work just like you did. You are going to have to make a decision around this. But there's an offer. And I almost feel like, again, somebody senses that they can get something from you. Not necessarily in a malicious way, but it's like you offer, you're valuable. There's some type of truth or healing energy around you that this person is drawn to, and they feel like they need your help to help them work through this burden and this struggle. And maybe in the past, they kind of brushed you off. Okay. Yeah, see, 8 of Swords. This person is trapped and stuck. And they feel very powerless in whatever situation is going on. This is somebody who's losing their mind. Maybe it's this person losing their mind that you are healing. Tell me about the 3 of Pentacles, please. The Empress. This person is going to come forward and want to work on something with you or build something with you. The Ace of Wands. They may want a family with you. The Emperor. Yeah, they're on their way. Knight of Swords. They're on their way, but see what I'm talking about? And then there's the Devil. And you're protected in the Knight of Wands. And this, I like I'm saying, this is some type of lesson. This is a growth. This is regeneration. And I'm sensing that someone comes towards you right as you're releasing a major cycle. And your discernment needs to be on point. Because there is a divine connection here. There's an Emperor and an Empress here. And but I'm sensing this guy coming in and trying to disrupt what's rightfully yours and on its way to you. It's being led towards you. See, because this gives me the 2 of Swords and then the Devil. Yeah, look, trying to block out manifestations. It's some type of stronghold. It's some type of perception and belief that you have to let go of in order to get this guy to back off. Because you're in the middle, you're still in the middle of spiritual warfare. Clarify, please. Scorpio energy, regeneration. You could be dealing with the Scorpio, doesn't have to be. There's something coming from the past that wants to rebuild with you or work on it with you. Someone's gone through a transformation here. Yikes, but do not trust them. Okay, and I think you already know that. So this is a warning from Spirit. You're in the process of healing yourself. Yep, you have a positive outcome, but look, again, this person has some type of addictions and or codependent behavior. And so you need to distance yourself. It's part of your growth. Okay? You have Gemini, no, and need more info, hiding something. This person may go back and forth. Maybe you're a Gemini or you're dealing with a Gemini. You don't have to be, but you know, Capricorn, Leo energy, Pisces energy, Aquarius energy, Libra energy, Aries energy, Taurus energy. What Spirit really wants you to know, collective, when this is coming, is don't hyperfixate on what's coming towards you in terms of another person coming from the past or a new person. What they're wanting you to focus on is centering yourself and releasing what you need to release so that you can gain greater insight and discernment, so that when these energies come to you, you're in that balanced space where you're not being controlled by your emotions, but instead you're able to discern what's taking place and is this something that I need to invest in? Whoever is coming towards you is trying to present themselves and cast an illusion over you for you to see them as if they have reached your level, and they haven't. They haven't put in the work. And I think intuitively and instinctively you're going to sense that, because you're armored up here. When the message arrives, you're armored up and you're a level above them. They're a page, you're a knight. Why? Because you've put in the work to become the knight. You're no longer out here just frolicking around unprotected and unaware of what's going on. No, you've leveled up. You see things differently, you understand things differently. That's where the scales come into play. That's where everything gets recentered, rebalanced, right? Somebody is receiving karma. And you're going to see something much more clearly. I also feel like your intuition was on point in the past about what this was, and maybe you just didn't want to believe it. Or like I was saying earlier, something is trying to have you confused about the truth that you've come into. All right, my darlings, I send you so much love. I hope that you guys are doing well, and I look forward to hearing from you all. Bye.